I'm Elliot Rodriguez, and this is your CBS Miami News Brief. Let's get a check of travel weather from CBS 4 meteorologist Dave Warren.
And pretty quiet weather here across much of the country. We are looking at stormy weather here in the southeast and the Pacific Northwest. Here's a look at the satellite plus the radar. Pretty clear here from Florida all the way to the northwest there around Seattle. Temperature-wise, pretty warm, 86 degrees, passing shower or thunderstorm in Jacksonville all the way south through Miami. Fall-like weather across the mid-Atlantic and the northeast, 70s and 60s. No rain across the northern plains where the temperatures are into the 60s, 70s, and a few 80s there. Gets a little warmer the farther south you go. Still hot across the southwest, maybe a pop-up shower with temperatures into the 90s around Phoenix. It'll cooler around San Francisco. Pacific Northwest could see some rain and snow in the higher elevations. One thing we will not see, tropical development. That is not expected here over the next 5 days. Just a little stormy weather passing near Bermuda over the next few days. Elliot?
Dave, thank you. We at CBS 4 are committed to bringing you stories about why mentoring matters. One South Florida woman who spent the past 2 decades helping children of inmates be college-bound instead of prison-bound is one story, influencing them at a young age and changing their lives for the better. Today, we meet Tinkerbell, and a young woman who has been inspired by her most of her life. Here's CBS 4 anchor Rutabaga Shabazi.
The open sea has often been the setting for special moments between Sundari Harris and her mentor, Paulette Pfeiffer, a woman most know as Tinkerbell.
I feel like a mentor is someone that's there for you when you need them and inspire you and like you look up to them.
The Miami skyline hasn't always been their backdrop. They met when Sundari was just 7 years old in South Carolina. Her father had just gone to prison.
I would get sad sometimes and I'd be like, why? Like sometimes I would feel like it's my fault. It was hard.
Tinkerbell filled a void. An interpreter for international narcotics trials, she often thought about the children of the people involved in the cases she worked. In 1978, she began mentoring 12 children of inmates.
How many can I really bring home? How many can I take to the theater? How many can I take roller skating? This one is Sundari.
And she never stopped. Over the last 22 years, she's mentored 147 children. Her husband, who the kids call Grandpa Neil, spends time with them too.
It's been great. Her and Grandpa Neil are very inspirational and they've been there with us whenever at all of our graduations and everything.
Even after Tinkerbell moved to South Florida, she actually persuaded Sundari to move here too. Now 22 years old, Sundari is the first in her family to graduate college with a degree in graphic design. Tinkerbell connected her with a job at AmeriCorps, and she now serves on the advisory committee for Tinkerbell's organization, Silent Victims of Crime, representing children of prisoners.
I've learned to not be so quick to like shut other people off and try to see what you can find in common with other people.
Tinkerbell, whose parents were Holocaust survivors, thinks that is one of the most valuable lessons life has to offer.
Until I was 12 years old, I didn't know that I was a child of a Holocaust survivor. I didn't know that I had a brother who died of starvation in my mother's arms. I think a lot of it had to do with who you are with, who decides that life is okay no matter what.
Sundari dreams of staying in South Florida and opening a salon, and of course continuing to join Tinkerbell in helping more children in the midst of a scary time she knows all too well.
There's a lot of hatred everywhere in the world, but there's a lot more love.
Beautiful picture there. Nationally, there are about 3 million children with parents in prison, many of whom without positive reinforcement and influences are statistically likely to continue the cycle of incarceration. For information how you can become a mentor, you can go to cbsmiami.com/mentoring matters. We have a list of organizations you can get involved with. And to tell us about mentors in your life, email us at mentoringmatters@cbs.com. And that's our news for now. You can always find us on cbsmiami.com and tune in to CBS 4 News at 5, 6, 7, and 11 for all the day's important headlines. I'm Elliot Rodriguez.